Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, August 2nd, 2023. Pocket Gods and Graven Images. The Second Commandment. Read Exodus 20:4 through 6. You shall not take unto you any graven image. Exodus 20:4. A primitive people needed to be thus instructed because they were much giving to making idols of a palpable sort. We do not do these things, but whenever we give power to anything other than God, we are making that thing into a graven image. For example, we give power to our ailments, particularly if it's a favorite ailment. We all know people who say, "My rheumatism," and they say it quite lovingly. Been with them a long time. Has become a conversation piece. Others say, "My indigestion." We are making a graven image of these things. It is only when we take power away from them that we can heal them. If you forgot God and worship graven things of any kind, you are going to suffer. You can demolish a stone statue. You can burn a wooden one. The way to destroy mental images is to stop thinking of them and giving them power. This commandment goes on to say, "For the Lord your God is a jealous God." Moses does not mean that God is jealous like a man, but that God must have first place. The trouble with many pious people is they want God to be vice president, keeping the presidency for themselves. So the Bible uses the word jealous in the sense that if you give power to anything but God, you have lost God altogether. You cannot have a percentage of God. Either God is the only power or nothing at all. Some of that languaging really, really resonates for me. I spoke earlier about source, capital S source. God is source, that spirit of love within us that I refer to as God. It goes by many, many, many words in many languages, is source. What I made the mistake of doing is for many, many decades, because I was afraid and my graven image, I fed my fear because I focused on it all the time. And I focused on fear-based beliefs and perceptions that I held of myself and others. So I would source lowercase s people and places and things outside of me, mostly people. I was really big on sourcing attention. I defined and associated myself and gave myself meaning by the amount of attention I was receiving or not receiving. I would source that. When I stopped sourcing anything within the five senses world and had my near-death experience of the spirit of love within me and knew that that was my one and only true self, capital S, self, I began taking all of the energy that I had given to things outside of myself and returned it to the truth of who I am, who we all are, which is love, that spirit of capital L love within us. What are you sourcing? Are you sourcing God? Are you internally sourcing the spirit of love within you? Or are you seeking it outside of you? Outside of you in people and in things. You will never, ever, ever, ever experience it fully and wholly because it doesn't exist there. Where are you sourcing love outside of you? And are you willing to seek it inside of you and go through the obstacles inside of you that are covering up the true love that you are? I'm walking with you. Let's keep doing this. Remember, we set the challenge a few days ago to change one mental equivalent that Emmett Fox talks about, a fear-based mental equivalent thought within our mind or perception or belief. Mine was that if I am the fullest expression of myself in all ways, in all forms, then love leaves. I have been practicing letting go of that and expunging that fear-based thought and replacing it with being and sharing the fullest expression of love. Cancel. Being and sharing the fullest expression of myself means love increases. It's not an overnight matter. I still feel the fear and anxiety in my stomach sometimes. So I fake it till I make it. I am continuing with that affirming prayer, that affirming thought, expunging the fear-based thought and replacing it with the new love-based thought. What have you chosen to practice? As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Have a blessed day.